Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, reporting one more time from the public test server. Probably the last one, as next week, Tuesday, so not even a week left, the update will be live. And today we're talking about one of the biggest changes affecting your gameplay. Mostly positively, but everything have two sides. Depending on your build, there might be a quite big negative to it. So the weapons, it's not exclusively to the Tesla I'm holding here, but affects it in a big way. That's why I will use it as an example. So we do have a Tesla cannon, and it's receiving a superpowers. It is receiving a superpowers. So the calculations are changed and updated. Some math under the hood has been fixed. Therefore, this weapon, even though it's energy and explosive, can absolutely be used to cripple enemies, even without limb damage on the second star. That's how strong this effect is now. So it can. And I will show you in action that. And this is what I currently have equipped. Oh, I double checked. And you were right. I don't remember who said that in comments. But in case of Tesla cannon, Grenadier only affects visuals of explosion, do not affect the actual damage radius. So something is still disconnected there under the hood. So it's still not all fixed. The Grenadier will make explosion look bigger, but damage radius will be the same. The damage numbers, though, will pop up further, so you can use it if you are using Tesla to find hidden enemies that are somewhere behind the walls or something. So you could use it as enemy search tool, but not for actual damage. Okay, let's equip something so it's not completely empty. It's not the perfect optimized build, that's not the point here. That's one of my overall builds that I was testing other stuff. I unequip Ricochet, so it will not be a factor, and now let me show you what's going on. We'll be using our favorite test subjects, which are super mutants. And now, let me intentionally miss and shoot just on the ground. Look at the amount of the damage that limbs on this super mutant took. Yes, just from this explosion. Just from this explosion. Almost completely switched off, all limbs down, and therefore you can spec it for even more damage with bullies and effects like that. Like, the power is incredible. I like the feeling of this weapon with those changes. There's more weapons that will be affected in a little bit lesser manner, but look what's going on here. Like, that's the powerhouse. And even when you don't directly hit, they are getting crippled from those explosions, being amplified by one gun army. So that's what we are using to amplify the crippling power, and the scatter shot. Both perks work with area of effect explosions, which is brutal for those super mutants and for our damage increase, as we can now use bullies on the 4-star. And yeah, amazing. Now, I told you there it's a double-edged sword. Yes, it is. You are not able to see it here because I'm wearing a really good power armor. So if I shoot even close to myself, I tank it quite well. The damage calculation was changed as well for self-inflicted damages. Therefore, how does it work? First, there is new 90% self-inflicted damage reduction. But the order was changed too, so first, the damage needs to be reduced and absorbed by your armor. And those are big implications. And then it's being reduced by 90% with this new perk, allowing people to survive it. In power armor, it's quite fine. But outside of power armor, first, let me make sure power armor is fully fixed. Regular armor is fully fixed. Every single piece. As yeah, armor is absorbing those hits. You will see how badly. And not only this. Okay, so armor is absorbing those hits. I will add here adamantium skeleton as we are without power armor, and I shoot the ground. I broke my leg. with a single shot with adamantium skeleton equipped. Okay, let's try to shoot more. So damage, I'm resisting quite okay. Did you hear that? Yes. How much is it took? 6 shots? 5? I didn't count. I should have. So armor. Depends where it get hit. Some take less damage. Whatever is close to like this explosion and considered to be like a primary target. So it's still like a primary impact. Absolutely obliterated my left leg. Broke the armor. This armor is not so squishy. So broke the armor. Completely crippled all my limbs. That's the double-edged sword. If you are in power armor, quite okay. Power armor is still taking damage. Yeah, it's taking damage, but it's tougher, so it can take more shots. Will not just break after a couple of shots. If I shoot in different spot, I will take damage differently. So it depends what's like, look, both legs and arm. If I use a Stimpack to heal them, shoot again. So Stimpack is working. So Stimpack is protecting me, and now that was a crippling impact. Armor pieces. And this time, arm took 50% from the health bar. Yeah, and that was the piece mostly affected. So it seems like whatever is closest to the explosion is taking this primary damage. But because of my scatter shot, so limb damage is being scattered on myself too. So I'm taking damage to all limbs, regardless what is being hit. So that's the double-edged sword factor. It's very fun. I love the extra power. And mostly I am in power armor, so I will be just fine with the negative. If you are using explosive weapons, especially energy ones like that, without power armor, you may have quite substantial trouble from that. About other explosions, they do work as well with limb damage effect. So let's try the grenade. Okay, let's go. There's a super mutant here. Have a regular frag grenade. Look, both legs out. Surprisingly, scatter shot do not work on grenades. You see, the legs out, but other limbs untouched. So scatter shot didn't affect the grenade, but the impact somehow hit both legs. I was expecting it will get hit in one, but it got hit in both legs. Scatter shot works perfectly fine on Tesla explosion outside of that. It's spreading. But Tesla has a special explosion, so maybe regular explosions do not work with scatter shot, but Tesla energy explosion does work with scatter shot. Definitely a huge change that we will need to adapt to or just purely benefit from if you are running already power armor. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.